Alright, this is WAG Chicago. It is October 18th at 9:28, almost 9:30 p.m. Chicagoland time. This is crazy shit tonight. I'm gonna retouch real quick on yesterday's video. I was looking at right here, it's still up, and we had what, 4 hours of missing data. Okay, seems like a lot to see today. Now, one website is saying that these winds I showed you yesterday are coming from Jupiter, I think, which he calls NIBIRU, which he may be right. It could be, I've seen his stories about it, about the history of that planet, and it's so large. I mean, it's possible it took out the fifth planet and was basically the binary sun. I mean, it's definitely a possibility. I'm not gonna, and the guy knows a hell of a lot more than I do. However, I disagree, and we're allowed to disagree. He is saying the winds, these right here, see this strong blue? Remember yesterday I mentioned this? I'll back it up here. When we saw, now this is yesterday, yeah, he's doing today's, unless he did this for yesterday, I'm not sure. But see all that energy? It got slammed right here. Okay, this is yesterday, or the 17th. Yeah, yesterday, around 2200 hours. That's what, around, we figured 9 o'clock p.m. or something like that, 9, 10 o'clock. This was during the YouTube going down. Okay, but look at this energy blast that hits it. The reason I'm going to disagree with him is Jupiter's always there. Okay. Now I know all the planets are on one side of the sun again. I don't know how the hell that happened so quick, but I'm not an astronomer. I'm just a guy that could see patterns and see shit when people are lying to you. And 4 hours, right? Well, take a look at this. Here's today. A couple hours ago. I was going to post a video earlier, but this is around 5 o'clock p.m. our time. I'm not even going to pull up the current because it doesn't matter. Now, look at this date and time. This is very important. This is insane amount of time. Now, this happened to me one other time. I made a video in the summer, last summer or the summer before. Exact thing where I caught 4 hours. Like I was excited. It was one of the first ones I caught them, you know, deleting shit. After they deleted an upload I was making on a video prior to that, which I still have. Anyways, the point here is that energy is coming in waves, as you could see throughout that day. Those are 12-minute increments or whatever. Then the 4 hours is missing. Here's today. We're at 10/17/2018 at 1958 hours. Right here. Watch this. I'm going to make it bigger. This is unbelievable. Okay. Watch, on the left is the time. Up on top is the time. Watch this. I'm going to back up one notch so you can see how they were pacing it. Look at 1 minute increment, a minute and a half, or half a minute almost. 53, 49, 45, 41. All right, so that's going backwards. And notice again, we have this giant ball over here. Let me make sure I'm not looking up the same data. Hang on. I don't want to be stupid. I'm stupid sometimes, but 10/17, 0400. And where am I at here? I'm just double checking something. 1945. So make sure. Okay, we are on a different time. This one ended at 0900. So we're picking up 10 hours after this video. After this ended, 10 hours later. That's where we're at right now. Okay? This is 10 hours later. Watch this. 10 hours at 1945 hours. We're going to go to it right now. Look at that ball. Now that ball showed up yesterday too. This bigger than Earth. This is Earth. Remember, that circle's Earth. This is way bigger than Earth, the amount of energy coming off the backside. And these connections are connecting. So that's probably, I don't know if that's shorting. I don't know what the hell it's doing. But watch this. 1949 hours. Watch this. On the 17th, no less. Watch this. 57 hours, 1957, 1958. Bam! Oh, we go to 10/18, which is today, at 10:40. 13, 14 hours missing. 14. Listen to this. I think it's 14.44 hours. If you guys want to do the math. Here you go. You're on 1958 minus 10:44 the next day, and I believe that's 14:44. 444 is a number that these people that nobody even knows about, they use these numbers as symbols, so it's kind of strange if that is 444 in the number. Oh wait, it's even there. Oh, look at the time. It's even here. So I got 14 hours and 44 minutes. Look at this. 444 right across the date timestamp. 444. Look at this. And that's also relates to 6. If you look at the Bible, it's related to the 445th day, I guess. Everything starts over. So there's a lot of meanings. You can take it on the Bible, I think, started it, and then Satanists picked it up, and then, of course, they reverse everything. So that's why that's a number that's significant in those realms. But I'm not. That's not what this video is about. The video is about what the hell is hitting us. Now, look, the ball's a lot smaller. That big ball was coming all the way out here. It still looks like there's something sitting out here, man. And then the other channel, he happened to do a video, same coincidentally as mine, touching on this subject. He's got on his channel pictures with these halos again. Not only one halo by the sun, but there's one by the moon too, or something. It's crazy. What's causing these reflections around the sun, people? There's a circle almost, a couple times a week? Everywhere around the world, there's a big circle, and they keep saying it's pollen. Really? Okay, look up pollen and sun in the reflection, and you'll see what I'm talking about. And then when you're driving around, or you're looking around, or once in a while when you're not looking at your freaking phone, take a look up above your freaking head. The sun is white. There's circles around it. There's rainbows that are double all the time now. Double rainbows all the time. I got one on my channel. I taped myself. The second rainbow is always inverted in color. What the hell's going on? And now this, we still have this massive energy on the front end of the Earth, except it's not red in this picture, but it was before they cut out freaking 14 hours of it. So here it is. Look at this line coming off. It's not even attached. Look at this. It comes off, goes around that, whatever this is. I don't know what it is. And this thing comes around, and it's shorting out up here. Nothing to ground out to. And then, boom. Most of it's gone. The energy's gone. It all blew off back here. This energy is coming from Earth itself. It's burping out, possibly, because it's expanding and whatever else is going on. Or there's something else blowing towards the Earth. And it could be Jupiter. I'll give them that. But why doesn't it happen more often? For one, because Jupiter's always behind us. Or it's always near. It's one way or the other. It's circles. But why wouldn't Jupiter be doing this all the time? Number one. Number two, most important, why the frick are they taking 14.44 hours or 14 hours 44 minutes out? Why did they tag the line 444? And there's something going on here. This is bullshit, BS, dude. I call BS. I smell shit. And you know what? Look at this is before. And as soon as that line comes out, look at this line right here. That line does not belong there. Where'd it come from? It's one of these lines going behind Earth. Watch this. One of these lines here pop out to the front. Something up here is dragging these magnetic lines up. Look at these lines. They're supposed to be straight across, like we talked about, like wrapping your meal, wrapping meat in a crock pot, right? You got the string going across. None of these are even close to not being chaotic. This is a huge amount of energy, people. Anybody feeling tired? Anybody feeling weird? Anybody feeling anything? Because this is hitting us. And all the energy behind it. Why is 14 hours? That is the number one reason I don't believe it's Jupiter. Or NIBIRU, as he calls it. And I'm not trying to argue with him because he's way smarter than me. I just think he's on the wrong track. A good theory that Jupiter is so huge it could blow wind at us. Especially, and I'll give him this, all the planets right now are back on the same side of the sun. So yeah, we have extra energy on that side. If there's electromagnetic or gravity, whatever you believe in, it's pulling towards the Earth, blowing. Here you can see on the other chart, I'll show you the speeds. This is another thing. If the speed from Jupiter, I mean, I've seen these things jump. This one gives you the speed. It was at 416 kilometers a second. We went over this yesterday. It's what, 700,000 miles an hour or something like that. I'm not going to convert it again. I got to make these videos shorter. They're too long. So here's the other chart, the Z or Y. The other one was Z. Watch this. 1958 hours on the 17th. Right? Watch this. Same exact time. Watch this. 10444. Look at this. 8, 9. This is unbelievable. What happened? And again, again, we have the tower building in the middle of the picture. That happened yesterday or 2 days ago when I did the last video. Look at this. It's a building with a big antenna on top. That's what it looks like. Or you could maybe call it something else. But I'd say it looks like a building. And let's go back to the other video. Or the other data. It was in here somewhere. Where's that building? I need the Y cut. Hang on. Or the, yeah, Y cut. Hang on. There it is. Did they end it the same? I think they ended it the same way. Hang on. Hang on. Hey, there it is. There it is. Right there. How can it make the same picture 2 days in a row? This here, folks, 10/16 at 22:41 hours. Does that look anything like that? I think, hang on, let's look at the actual red. I didn't even notice. Look at this. How did it make an exact duplicate of the 2 days before? Look at it. It's all yellow, just like this one. And this is after they deleted data. Remember that. Look at this. Son of a gun. That looks, dude, they talking codes, these mother MFers. I don't know. Data is missing. That's all I know. There's buildings showing up in the pattern. Venus. Jupiter's been there for as long as I've been doing this, and maybe a little longer than I am old. But look at this. The exact same building looking shadow. And this doesn't even make sense. You're telling me energy is coming out in a straight line and then spreading out over here. This is man-made. This is edited. That's why there's 14 hours missing. 444, coincidence? You figure that one out. I'm just giving you the numbers and the math and not the math, but the numbers and the data. You come to your own conclusion. But 14 hours missing is starting to become ridiculous. What happened in that 14 hours? And don't tell me the wind blew a satellite offline or whatever, because it's multiple satellites. And one last thing. The double check. This is how unless they're editing this thing. 10/17, that puts us 18th, 17th, somewhere in here. This graph is a satellite called Discover. It's a buoy in space that gives us an early warning about 8 minutes, I think, or 4 minutes, something like that. It's halfway between Earth and the sun. So if energy came from the sun, okay, we can rule this out. Energy did not come from the sun at this particular time. If you go back here, look at this jump. You were at 2, jumps to 10. I believe this is, yeah, here we go. They also have one with temperature. This is density. They have one with temperature too. Temperature will go from like 0 degrees Kelvin to a million. This is probably what happened here. So I can pull up another chart, but I'm not gonna. It'll show you a 1,000,000-degree spread suddenly. That tells you on the 16th going into the 17th there was energy coming from the sun, that direction of the sun. This energy is coming from the opposite side of the satellite, so this wouldn't affect this. So that doesn't matter. And I looked at this. There was nothing here. Let's take a look at this one real quick. Same thing. 1958 hour. 10:44 the next day. That's a long time of data missing. What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? And it's not Jupiter. Because if it was Jupiter, they wouldn't delete the data. They would just make a statement. Oh yeah, the thing's freaking out. The instruments of Jupiter and 20 other planets, or the 70 planets, or whatever the hell they found in the last 2 months. Every month there's 60, 70 planets they're finding now. You tell me what that is. New telescope technology, maybe you could see a little further. I don't know. They're finding planets and moons and this and that. I think 70 more moons on Venus or Jupiter. Come on, dude. This is getting crazy. And I'm not even going to go into the alien shit. There's armadas coming, and now there's an emergency budget increase on the space fleet. I heard that today. Are you kidding me? I think it's $160 million emergency money has been deposited into that account to get it rocking and rolling for the military. What are they preparing for? So, folks, if they're deleting data day after day, 4 hours the one day, 14 hours the next day, the space fleet's just been funded with an emergency jumpstart of money to get it, whatever they're doing. You know, the new division in the military, whatever that cluster F is. Something's going on. I'm in my tree house. I'm scouting the farther out. People on the ground, busy looking at their phones. That's all I can do. If you don't want to listen, I tried to tell you. This is WAG Chicago. I got one more video I just captured on a live stream. Another guy that's got a telescope on the moon. I'm putting it up in a minute. I hope he doesn't mind. I'm not monetized, so it don't matter. For me, he'll get the credit. I can care less. He has I don't even think he saw it. I never heard him comment. He just got the thing focused on the moon. It's sitting there staring at it, and you're going to see a shadow go right over the moon from upper right to bottom left, or middle of the bottom of the screen. That'll be a quick 2-minute video. So that'll be up in a few minutes. It's loading right now. Everybody have a great night. Keep your eyes on your cell phones. That way you can't get scared, you can't panic, and you don't have to worry about nothing. And you know what? If you don't worry about nothing, when the shit hits the fan, you're going to be the ones that are knocking on people's doors begging for help, food, whatever. And then you're going to call me up and say, dude, what, we should have listened to you. Well, I'm not telling you to do anything. All I'm telling you is open your freaking eyes. Get your eyes off your cell phones. Get your eyes out of YouTube, except for my channel. And then, and a couple other good ones. And then, or limit yourself. Maybe do an hour a day, whatever. Dude, cut down to 15 hours a day, or whatever the average is. Bring it down. Get your head out of the computer. Go out for a walk. Get out in nature. And look up. And you will see shit you've never seen before, including a white sun. And if you don't notice the white sun, then don't even freaking bother me. Go get out of here. This is WAG Chicago. I'm 1042.